What is up, gamers? Welcome back to another episode of the Crubcast. This time, it is a Halloween special because it is spooky season, and I tell you what, you may have noticed a different face this week because we got the exact right man for the job that we are here to do today, which I will explain in a minute. But we have the man, the myth, the legend, CreepyElliot. Elliot, how's it going? Say hi.
Well, he sure is a myth.
Oh, it was me. Hi.
And flanked as well by Trav guy. Trav, say something.
I haven't been on the podcast for a while. This is my time back. I'm in a closet.
He's back and he's in a closet, baby.
Let's go.
All right, and finally,
For the first time since high school, I'm back in the closet, fellas. All right.
Oh my God! Finally flanked by our most lycanic member of the Crubcast. That's right. It is Wolf Ko-san. Sean, say hi.
That's me. I don't really know how I can one up what Travis
What was that word you said? Like volcanic?
Lycan?
Lycanthic?
Is a wolf.
Yeah.
Lycanic. It's a word I made up.
Lycanthropic.
Lycanthropic. Yeah. Wolf.
Lycanthropic.
It's like Ursine, but it's for wolves instead of bears.
Well,
Okay.
Well,
that's scary to me.
That's the thing. I think
fitting.
Sean. I thought Sean would be more of a bear, but okay.
why?
Well,
No, we're not doing this.
No,
He has
nobody
no
correct
body
him.
hair.
Nobody say anything.
No. God, I'm not doing. Moving on.
No, see, Sean.
We're moving on.
Look, Sean is the three wolves inside us because it's been established
Yeah.
that he lives inside of everyone's head rent free. Like he can just teleport between minds as he pleases, right? And you may know fellow Crubcast member Moriarty, who is gaseous. This is different. Moriarty
Yeah,
can
it's different.
assume total
Yeah,
control, but Sean can just like
Jupiter?
influence your thoughts.
Well, here's the thing. I'm a spirit. Like I actually can astral project, whereas Moriarty is just gaseous, which is gas.
Right?
So,
Yeah, he is not.
You learn.
Yeah, he literally is not a solid state of matter. The man's molecules just can't help but fill a container that
I'm
they're in.
actually a hard drive of matter.
Yeah. Oh, and Trav's a hard
drive of matter.
And Trav's a hard
Yeah,
drive.
because you said he's a solid state of matter.
Oh,
Solid.
I hate it.
But
Where's the funny? Where's the funny?
I regret this.
where's the funny? Oh my God! All right, well, fellas, we're here to give the people something very special for this spooky season occasion where the pumpkin spice lattes just will not run dry, and we are here. So, audience, we are here to read some creepypastas. And that's why we got Elliot, the exact right man for the job. So I tell you what, gather
Some
up
spooky paschetti.
gather up some herbal remedies, put yourself into preferably a reclined position, pop on your headphones, make sure to tell everyone else to get out of the house. This is your time because it's time for the Crubcast to read creepypastas. Elliot, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah. So, I hope you guys are familiar with a certain storybook character named the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah.
Michael Myers. Yeah. That's Michael Myers. I know him.
Yo, real talk. The movie The Cat in the Hat is a guilty pleasure, but it's still a good movie. No, don't at me,
dude. It's kind of like it's giving Grinch with like the weird bad makeup, It's giving the.
You
Grinch.
didn't like the Grinch?
You don't like the Grinch?
I didn't. The design is unpleasant in the live action Grinch.
Well, yeah, that's
think
kind
that's on
of the point. Yeah, that's the point.
That's
He's
very
supposed
much
to
the
look
point.
disgusting. And I know it's supposed to be fair, everyone in kind of the Grinch
It's
is,
bordering on
disgusting.
puppet territory.
It is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
still a costume, so it like doesn't freak me out for that reason. I think it's like, but again, yeah, it is kind of bordering on puppet territory. One of the things I don't like about puppets are like the wavy hairs that come off of them.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of just a little.
It's giving Yoda Empire Strikes Back vibes.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about Yoda?
I like the baby Yoda. I like that model.
No,
I like that.
that's the
character
wrong
model,
one to like.
But
That's
I don't.
interesting because that one is so much more puppet-like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the other one, right? But the other one is like it's the hair. I don't like the like scrotal hairs on it.
The scrotal hair.
Like
I understand.
You know
I get
what I
it,
mean?
but,
Like,
like,
it's the thin, wispy hair that I don't like.
Yeah.
If it was like if
Like-
it was like a thick thing, like covered in fur, it's different. Like a Chewbacca, for example. But like once it
Chewbacca's
becomes
fine.
like wispy, once it starts to look like my chest hair, I'm like, this is when it. That's when I don't like it anymore.
God, now I'm just imagining like Yoda as a part of your chest.
Oh,
God,
I mean,
that
I
is-
have known to be mean and green, you know.
that was not
No,
funny.
you're-
Take that back.
no, bro, you're just mean.
Oh, yeah,
There's
yeah,
nowhere
yeah.
on you that's
Yeah,
green.
you're not great.
Where's
You're
the-
not great at all.
Where's the funny?
Where's the fun?
Where's the
Right, so
fun?
That's the thing now. I love it.
Where's the funny? Oh my.
That's just what we're gonna subtitle this episode.
Yeah, where's the
Yes.
creepypasta?
Where's the
Where's
funny?
the funny?
Creepypasta, where's the funny?
Elliot, read this creepypasta.
Oh yeah, tell me about
All
Cat in the
right.
Hat. Let's go.
Okay, so this is called The Cat in the Hat Strikes Back.
All right.
The
Star
sun
Wars,
did not
back
I
shine.
can't wait to find out what happens. Okay, sorry.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So she sat in the house on that cold, wet day. She just sat in a chair, all alone by herself, as she watched the paint dry on her brand new bookshelf. Too wet to go out, and too cold to play a ball. She sat in the house and did nothing at all. And then, something would bump. How that bump made her jump. She looked! Then she saw him stepping on that mat. She looked, and she saw him, the Cat in the Hat.
Oh my god.
And he said to her, "Oh yeah!"
There it is.
Why do you sit there like that? I know it is wet and the sun is not sunny, but we can have lots of good fun. That is funny. I know some good games we could play, said the cat. I know some good tricks, said the Cat in the Hat. A lot of good tricks. I will show them to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. She sat there and she did not know what to say. Her mother was out of the house for the day. But her fish said, No, make that cat go away. Tell that Cat in the Hat you do not want to play. He should not be here. He should not be about. He should not be here when your mother is out.
Bars.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit this over
Spin.
Amigos beat.
Amigos. Let's go. If it's not walking like I talk it, I will be disappointed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my, God. That's just stuck in my head now. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's all right, it's playing in my head. Keep going. I need this.
Now, have no fear. Have no fear, said the cat. My tricks are not bad, said the Cat in the Hat. Why, we can have lots of good fun if you wish, with a game that I call, Let's Get Rid of the Fish. Then the cat chased the fish until she was caught, and the fish hit the Cat in the Hat with a pot. Stop, yelled the girl. You do not have to fight. Either leave her alone, or you're leaving. All right, said the cat. I'll let the fish be. Besides, there is something I want you to see. And then he ran out, and then fast as a whirl, the Cat in the Hat came back in with a girl. She was a cute girl, with eyes that shone bright, with a sweatshirt and jeans, and teeth that shone white. that took like every time I read that, I'm thinking Chip Skylark.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh,
shiny teeth in me.
God. Wait. Oh, I like this. Doing it the Scott Stapp version.
Yeah.
More shiny teeth than me.
I have a guitar over there. I just need to tune it for this.
Let's go.
No, I'm not doing that.
Bro, that makes me miss playing drums. I miss that
Oh, dude, me
I miss
too.
drums, too.
Every single day.
every day.
Yeah.
I should call her.
I should call her. Pour one out for the
I
drums.
should call the person I sold my drums to.
Oh
Hey.
damn.
So I know it's been like 6 years, but do you still have that drum set? Can you like
Probably
just,
no.
Can you just hit the tom one time so I can just remember what it feels
So I
like?
can
Just
make
so I
sure-
can feel something.
I need you to just hit the snare. You could flick it or just use a stick. Just please. I just need it once.
Just one time.
Just-
And then,
Dude, I'm gonna get a.
thank you.
We got to get a that person would get a jar the size of their drum set and just put the drum set in the jar.
That's just a drum cage at that point.
Oh yeah, true.
You gotta fill that. Yeah, fill that drum cage, baby.
What are drum cages than jars for drums?
I don't like this.
That's right.
I don't like this anymore. What challenge? What is the challenge, to fill it up?
Yes. The buckets challenge too.
The buckets challenge too.
How do you fill it up? It's easy. You sweat as you drum, so the condensation builds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta have you have to have like a cage on top too, so like you're just literally suffocating inside of it. The whole time.
Of course, airtight, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a literal glass box.
Yeah. Let's see. Do you pass out or do you fill it up first? That's how you get out. That's a saw trap.
Yeah, that's a saw trap.
That is a saw trap right then and there.
Speaking of saw traps, you want to continue this thing? Sorry.
Yeah. Then he introduced her with a tip of his hat. Here's someone I'd like you to meet, said the cat. She's a sweet little girl. I will show to you now. And the girl gave a twirl as the cat took a bow. Here's a sweet little girl and she wants to play. She can bring you some fun on this cold, cold, wet day. She is just like you are, and I call her Thing 1. Would you like to shake hands? I'm sure you'll have fun. She was so bored and she needed some fun. So she went to shake the hands with the girl called Thing 1. And as they shook hands, her poor fish said, No. These two should not be in the house. Make them go. They should not be here when your mother is not. Put them out, said the fish with the pot. Have no fear, little fish, said the cat in the hat, for she's a good thing, and he gave her a pat. She is tame, oh so tame. She has come here to play. She will give you some fun on this wet, wet, wet day. Have you noticed they keep adding more wets and more colds?
Yeah, no,
it's very wet.
They keeps getting wet. I mean, is the fish Klaus from American Dad?
Yeah,
that's where my mind went with that.
Yeah, and also I like how like the fish talking is like not abnormal in any way, shape, or form. Like our fish talks. Like, the mom's gonna be pissed if anything happens to this fish.
Is the fish this girl's
she's like,
dad?
I spent like $3,000. She's like, I spent like $4,000 on this fish that can talk.
$4,000, Jesus.
I think the fish.
Take a look at my pig. Oink.
I think the fish is her dad.
I don't think that's accurate.
It's like
I think he's
Detective Pikachu.
I'm with Trav. He might be spitting.
You're spitting something, but I don't know if it's truth.
That's not a spoiler because that was A, talking about Detective Pikachu from like a couple years ago, and B, that wasn't what happened.
It's not a spoiler because 1, it was forever ago. And 2, it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. It was just assuring our Pokemon fans in the audience that they had not nary to fear, other than the rest of this creepypasta.
Yes. Yeah. Now, why don't you two go and play, said the cat. Just be on your way, said the cat in the hat. No, do not go, said the fish with the pot. Do not leave me alone with this cat. You cannot. Oh, I do not like cats. They scare me, I admit. Oh, I do not like this, not one little bit. But she went away. She ran down the hall. With Thing 1, hand in hand, they went to play dolls. Hand in hand, they went to play dolls down the hall. And left in the room was the fish and the cat. The fish with the cat. Well, she did not like that. The fish was afraid of the cat in the hat. He looked like a cat, but he smelled like a rat.
Snitch.
The cat said to the fish with a gleam in his eyes, You know, we cats eat fish. This fact we can't be denied. The fish shook with fear as she attempted to run. But it's not just Thing 1s that want to have fun. The cat won in the end. The fish was no more. Well, she didn't put much of a fight. What a bore. Then who should come back but the girl in Thing 1? And the cat in the hat asked, Did you two have fun? We did, said Thing 1, but now she's dried out. She's no fun anymore, said Thing 1 with a pout. Well, that's the entire idea, said the cat. Now you'll take her place, said the cat in the hat. We'll go house to house all over the world, taking the life force of each boy and girl. While their parents are gone and it's too wet to play, we will show up and take them away. The best time to drain them is when they're having fun. When they'll all be replaced with Thing 2s and Thing 1s. I also just realized they misspelled there.
Oh, I don't like that.
They put the wrong there.
Oh my god.
They ruined it.
So how come they just keep doing Thing 1 and Thing 2?
Yeah, why is there not like Thing 3?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Why-
wouldn't this imply an
They should have
entire
been the
army
Thing
of
3.
things?
Yeah, they just keep counting.
Cat in the Hat
Can he
and the
not- can
Thing
he-
army.
But then
I
again,
think
can
this
he
is
not
a huge
count?
missed opportunity to tie this in with the John Carpenter movie.
Oh yeah, Dune.
Oh.
The one with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Which I still
Gosh.
haven't watched. I have the movie,
Oh.
and I haven't watched it.
Dude, that one's great. I love that movie.
Surprises me every time you say that.
Yeah, I know that.
But yeah, you already knew
Well,
this,
especially,
Trav.
it's an
I
easy
know, but
watch.
I still forgot.
It's an
You're
easy
so-
watch too. Like it's not long.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. It's like,
Neither am I.
Are you like the?
Trav,
are
those
you
are
like the-
secrets.
It's not a secret if it's on. Only fit. No, I'm stopping there.
Yeah, Sean's gonna get us content ID'd.
Yeah, yeah, because that's actually my link. I have his username as my link.
Oh, Christ.
LOL. Oh man.
Now take her outside, said the cat to Thing 1. Soon she'll be nothing, just beams in the sun. Then come back inside. There's work to be done. We've so much to do. We've only begun. Thing 1 went outside, the girl trailing behind. Life wasn't slow, not a thought in her mind.
Same.
Then the cat...
That's what I was gonna say.
Then the cat said, "What fun, so much fun to be done. When the world is made up of Thing 2s and Thing 1s, no more boring kids just moping about. For my things will find fun, of this I've no doubts." Thing 1 came back in the clothes of the girl. Are you ready to take her place in the world? The new girl gave a nod, and the cat said, "Then that's that." And then he was gone with a tip of his hat. So she sat in the chair all alone by herself, as she watched the paint dry on her brand new bookshelf. When her mother came in, she said, "What did you do?" "Well, what would you do if your mother asked you?" Boom.
I wouldn't
What
do
would
it.
I-
I wouldn't do it.
So wait. Would that mean that like if like in the movie if they were to follow the same thing, there would be a replacement Dakota Fanning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah,
some
yeah.
would say Dakota Fanning did actually get replaced after 2000, whatever that movie came out. Yeah. No, let's think. I couldn't even think. I'm like,
Yeah,
that year.
I like the idea.
2003.
I like the
2003.
idea that they got the real Thing 1s and Thing 2s for that movie.
Oh yeah, that's not CGI. Those are actual. Like,
they're
creatures.
notoriously hard to get.
Yeah. They had to pay a lot of money for that.
I'd imagine like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's why Michael Myers stopped making movies for a while.
I like
He
calling,
was like, "Here's all my money. Here you go."
I like calling him Michael Myers. Like Mike Myers and Michael Myers are two
I know.
very different entities.
I know.
And I would mix them up a lot growing up.
Oh, true.
That makes
Well, no, I
sense.
definitely like when I learned about Michael Myers, like from Halloween. I was like, what the comedian? I was like,
Yeah.
is that what they're? But like, no. Turns out.
Turns out completely different. Great. Now I'm just imagining like Michael Myers actually as Cat in the Hat. Like he just comes in with the mask and everything.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that's great.
That's beautiful.
Holy shit. Was that the end of that? I can't tell. It's hard to tell
Yeah,
where
that was
those.
the end.
Hard to tell where the rhyming ones end. But,
Yeah, that was the end. That was the end of
Okay.
it.
That was a good one, dude. Good pick. Incredibly good.
Yeah.
And we'll have Chris put the creepy music in the background in the edit.
Yeah.
I have a creepypasta that I can
Okay, I'm ready.
that I can do. This one might be a bit surprising. So,
Okay.
All
I'm ready to
right.
be surprised.
all right. Well, as always, it was a wet, cold, wet night.
Does it really start off that way?
Yes, it
Bars.
does. I'm
Why is
totally-
everything wet? Why
Wet
is
and
this the
cold.
wet podcast?
It's wet and cold.
Wait,
in the bed.
Hold on. Do mine start with wet? Hold on. I have to.
In the bed, which is also wet. We zoom in on the pastiest, whitest face you've ever seen, wearing sports paraphernalia, only sports paraphernalia.
Okay.
The camera pans up to reveal the face of famous Twitch streamer JTart9. And JTart9 is browsing his computer
Okay.
when all of a sudden, the spirit of Donnie Most appears at the foot of his bed.
Let's go.
Justin, of course, is terrified, but you know where he goes? Justin goes to Crub.org and finds every single audio format of this podcast, and he clicks subscribe, and he follows Crub on all the social media at Crub Official, except for Twitch, which is Crub_official, where we stream live every Tuesday, and we have an exclusive pre and post show that only are for those who come and tune in during that time. And please remember to leave us a like and a comment and subscribe. It really does help us out. Rate us 5 stars. And I tell you what, if you don't like the episode by the end of it, you can take that like back. Is what JTart9 heard upon listening to Crubcast episodes. As soon as JTart9 put the final nail in the coffin, he knew what he had to do. JTart9 had to go. Well, the spirit of Donnie Most had almost totally dissipated, but Justin needed to deal the final blow. He went to patreon.com/Crub. And he subscribed to get all of the extra content that we provide to you, such as Mario Party, such as conversations between me and Justin about random stuff, such as conversations with me and everyone else about music. All that exclusive Crub Patreon juicy content. And with that final blow dealt as soon as Justin put in his information, the ghost of Donnie Most exploded in piles of viscera and debris, just coating JTart9's room. And he knew he was safe after that moment. He knew that after subscribing to the Crub Patreon, he bested the ghost of Donnie Most. The ghost of Donnie Most is not going to appear at his bedside anytime soon. So you too can avoid the ghost of Donnie Most by going to Crub.org and going to patreon.com/Crub. And that was the plug. If you couldn't tell.
Guys, I went to Crub.com and all I got was a virus.
So yes, the story did start with a cold, wet evening because I made it up.
Okay. I'm glad Donnie Most came back, though.
Well,
are we talking about the same Donnie Most from Happy Days?
I think so. Well, so there was a whole thing.
Because I literally typed in Donnie Most in Google, and I got the dude from Happy Days.
Well, so Sean one day was telling us a story about Family Guy. And he said something about Donnie Motes. And we kept trying to Google. We were Googling for 20 minutes trying to find Donnie Motes, and we found a funeral director. And do not dox these people, please. Do not visit their sites. Do not send them anything.
Here I go.
But
as said by famous Mario actor Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Well, Kevin knew what we were talking about, and Kevin was in the chat, and he was like, "No, it's Donnie Most." He's like, "That's a Family Guy thing."
The entire time I'm I refuse to elaborate on this because
oh man,
just the idea that no one knows who Donnie Most is, that's our cryptid. That's cryptid number 2.
Donnie Most.
Yeah. Like I said, I typed in Donnie Most in Google, and I got the actor who plays Ralph Mouth in fucking Happy Days.
Yeah. That would be the one and the same. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm like, Jesus.
Justin has now denied him an afterlife, but possibly for good reason, because who knows what he was going to do to him in his bedroom. I mean,
there's a lot of okay.
Those sure aren't Happy Days anymore.
Yeah. That's when he starts sad. That'd be a good.
That's when he starts sad day.
That's a good bad creepypasta. It's I was excited to turn on my favorite show, Happy Days, but then the sad days started.
My dad never came home after that.
Oh my god. Well, speaking of your dad, Sean, do you have a creepypasta for us? That
I have 2.
How the do you segue into that?
Carefully,
I don't know,
dude. With almost no experience. That's how.
So I'm gonna let you know that these two I felt were just very on brand for me.
Okay.
Start with one. Like
start
start
with
with one of them so that like we do that one and then we can go to
Yeah, and go
Trav
back and
and then we
forth.
just
Yeah.
rotate.
Mhm.
I don't have anything.
I'll go after. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a blunt. It's our blunt rotation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was literally whisked into this podcast last night, and I was totally unprepared.
Mhm.
I was
That's
told
fine.
they're just reading creepypastas. It'll be easy.
No, it's
So,
perfect. You're
I'm-
good.
I'm
You're
here
good.
now.
We have more than enough. We're good. We're good. And then, if anything, dude, we just go to r/no-sleep top past week. Just find
Oh,
something.
Gosh.
Anyway.
Yeah, r/no sleep is great.
Oh,
That's
I
a
love
great
it, dude.
place.
And
It
they
is.
actually have a podcast too that's like really, really well done, and I like it a lot.
Yeah,
Um.
like if there's like any places that you want to go to find any like scary story or creepypasta, you either go to creepypasta.com, I believe,
mm,
or r/no sleep. Then you're good.
right. Shit, dude, I didn't know creepypasta.com existed. That's radical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like actually go there, dude. Put my text to speech
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's creepypasta.com.
See some
Yeah.
creepypastas. Incredible. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, No Sleep. I know that I got my story from No Sleep. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Sean.
All right. So again, these are picked specifically for me because these are just who I am as a person. I felt they really vibed with me.
Okay, so judge you if they're bad. Got it.
Always. I was sitting in my house staring at my brand new Nintendo 64.
Oh
I
my
used
god.
to have, yep. I used to have one, but the old one just stopped working. I looked inside the console and took out the memory card. I placed the new one in the old one. That way I wouldn't lose it, and the old one in the new one, so I can play my last save game.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You don't put memory cards in the console. The memory card goes in the controller.
There it
Sounds suspicious.
There is actually
You
a memory
just want
card.
to.
No, you can put one. You can put one in the front of the Nintendo 64 for Donkey
That's
Kong
not a
64.
memory card. That's a memory
That's the
storage
expansion
upgrade.
pack.
I know
You
that.
dumbass.
I know that. I have it. I have like 4 of them.
I've never touched an N64.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
I hope you don't. You go to prison.
Yeah, and I've been there twice. After playing what seemed like hours of the game, my curiosity got the best of me. I decided to take the memory card I put in the old and put in the new one to see where the last person that played the game left off. That is, if they ever played it at all. When I turned it on, I was pleasantly surprised that the whole entire game was beaten. Every item in the game was collected. Whoever had this game had been a completionist. I roamed around a bit, taking in the sight of each and every world. I journeyed through the desert world, the pirate world, and last but not least, the haunted world. When I entered the haunted world, I noticed the music sounded different than what I remembered. It had this eerie and creepy vibe to it. I walked up to the mansion in the level and found the table that Green was sitting on. I climbed up onto the table and noticed that Kazooie was standing right there. What the f***? As soon as I want you to know that I play that sound. I play that sound for my dogs and they just like lose their minds. They think the cats are going buck wild. They're like, what's going on? And they just like run around the entire house. But anyway, as soon as I walked to her, the game suddenly froze. I turned the game off and then turned back on so I could continue playing. But this time, it didn't start up like it normally did. Instead of starting with that big musical number, it started outside of Banjo's house as the rain fell from the sky. It cut to the inside of the house where I saw a chair and heard someone crying. The camera then cut to the front of the chair. Banjo was sitting there, sobbing.
Oh
We're in
no!
his-
Oh no! Yeah, Banjo's in the cock chair.
You just hear.
Oh man, dude, the cock chair.
I'm just imagining like Banjo sitting. You know that chair that in Neon Genesis Banjo just sitting in the
The-
Sit in the chair, Banjo.
oh my god.
my god! Oh my
The
god!
cuck chair.
Oh my god.
The cuck chair for some of our audience members who might not know what we're talking. Well, I don't know what
How do
these.
you even explain
God.
this?
I don't know what these three knuckleheads are talking about. I've never seen Evangelion, but the concept of a cuck chair is the chair in a hotel room that points toward the bed. So that's where Banjo is sat.
Oh shit.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
That image of Banjo just in.
In a hotel room.
Oh my god!
I
just-
gotta go to Bing AI generator now and make that.
No!
Banjo Kazooie sitting in a chair alone in his hotel room.
God.
Oh
Okay. Where the hell did I leave? Okay. Yeah. Banjo was sitting there sobbing. Everyone is gone. Everyone I love is gone. He said as he wiped the tears off his face. The camera then cut to the back of the chair again, and the grunty game over laugh started as the scene faded. After a few seconds, I was finally playing the game, but for some reason it started me off in the mansion. I tried to run in, but Banjo just tiptoed all the way in. When the screen faded back in, Banjo was there on the table. Kazooie was nowhere to be seen. Only a turkey sitting on a plate on top of the table was there. The camera then cut to Banjo's face. A frown was on his face. Fade to black and shut off again. I got up to turn the game back on, but it came on by itself. This time, it started up like normal. I ran around the game bit until I found a launch pad. I hit the Z button and took off into the air. But Kazooie never came out of the backpack. Banjo leapt into the air and started to immediately fall. The camera aimed up at Banjo for a moment, but suddenly turned around to show Banjo was falling into an endless void of black nothing. He just kept screaming and screaming his usual screams. They got louder and they got louder and louder and louder, which was making me very uneasy. Suddenly, Banjo faded into the dark, and a loud crash sound happened from below. I stood up and turned the game off, but it wouldn't go off. After a few hours of trying to turn off the console, Banjo started talking.
But then who was phone?
Didn't even
God
unplug
damn it.
Didn't even unplug it. Just out. After a few hours of trying to turn the console off, Banjo started talking once again. I couldn't protect you. I couldn't protect my sister. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm so deeply sorry. Suddenly, the music I heard from the mansion level started playing. It stayed like this for a while. I tried to shut it off, but I couldn't. It was as if the game had a mind of its own. Suddenly an image popped up. A bloody Banjo face in a darkened area. A red feather falling from the top of the screen was the last thing I saw. My heart and soul felt as if they shrank. I, too, fell into depression. Just like Banjo. The end.
I too fell into depression.
So hold on. The author said that like he couldn't turn off the console. Have you thought about unplugging it?
For
Then
hours.
Banjo might die.
For hours. It's like I don't know what to do. I keep trying to turn it on and off and it won't do anything.
Unplugging it. Oh, well, I mean, apparently the console turned on by
Oh my
itself
God.
too. So who's to say it can't plug itself back in?
I don't. Oh god!
So
I'm just gonna think of Banjo in that chair now.
I like the implication that Banjo gave this kid depression.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Oh my god, that's
Well,
hilarious.
what's the official name of this again? Hold on. History.
Yeah, what is the name
Jeff
of it?
the Killer.
Banjo Kazooie Creepypasta. Banjo's depression,
Banjo's depression.
Oh my god!
It's giving Squidward's suicide.
but like worse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
my
so good.
god, holy shit, dude.
This is some cursed content.
yeah, this
bro.
is some
It is.
This is some actually cursed content.
I saw that. I was like, I need to do this because just the way it ends. I too fell into depression, just like Banjo.
Preach.
But nowhere in the but like.
Oh my god. dude.
Nothing bad happens in this. Usually, yeah, everyone died, I guess, and I'm crying in my chair. So good. Oh my god.
Oh man.
let me till you go.
Banjo with the cuck chair. That is gonna haunt me for the rest of my life.
No, like that legitimately was what I thought you were trying to like get to.
This isn't something I wrote.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was.
It does seem like something I would write, especially at the end.
It does seem like something you would write. Yeah, 100%.
Like, I mean, the payoff of that joke of Banjo being in the cuck chair, like that's very
it's perfect.
Yeah,
No, it's great.
Yeah.
Someone's got to make this an actual game.
What's the game?
Game.
It's just Banjo staring at you in the cuck chair for an hour.
Yeah, Banjo Kazooie Cuck Chair Simulator 2023.
And every so often you hear the first 3 notes of the banjo from the intro theme.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like,
and then the croc theme gets interspersed in there somehow. So I will read my creepypasta here that I've brought in. This one's like a little bit longer. I didn't intend for it to be longer, but it is what it is. I also didn't want to pick like a really short one. So, okay. My college takes star signs way too seriously.
Great start. Great start.
I'm already invested.
Is that understood? The college dean was lecturing me, and I was staring down at my lap trying to fathom how I got myself in this situation. I had guards standing behind me acting like I was some escaped psychopath. Every time I moved, I noticed them snap to attention in the corner of my eye. I was supposed to belong here. I was supposed to find myself, but all I had found was a student body that were deadly serious about separating their students according to the Zodiac.
Oh my god.
My gaze flicked to an astrology chart on the wall with the school's least favorite sign scribbled out in permanent marker.
Oh my god.
This is already off to a great start with this premise.
Oh my god.
There has to be a school out there that does this. 100%.
Oh yeah, dude. Harvard.
This feels like a very millennial Stephen King story, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh my god. The dean's office was an astrologer's wet dream. Cold, wet dream.
Why is everything wet?
The dean herself was my mother's age, a scowling woman who was more shadow than person, a projector illuminating constellations across the room, casting her face in eerie white light. I had been lazily following Orion across the walls when she finally snapped, and I jerked to attention, my gaze flicking back to her. That's one way to do it.
It certainly is.
Miss Oliver, I nodded in response, my cheeks burning. Orion skimmed across her face, and I found myself mesmerized by how beautiful the star was. Her office was fairly cozy, a messy kind of cozy. There were books and papers piled around her, empty coffee mugs, and what looked like star maps spread across her laptop, coffee staining each corner. It was a mistake, I finally said through the gutter in my throat. It wasn't a mistake. But it's not like I could say that. For some reason, along this college's draconian rules mapped around the Zodiac of all things, there was one star sign in particular that had been outcasted. I turned my attention back to the scribbled out symbol. Gemini.
I want you to know the entire time you're talking about this, I'm putting in my head like, which one's gonna be the one they hate?
Yeah.
It's Gemini. It's gonna be Gemini.
Will Smith slaps Chris Rock once during the award show, and now they hate Geminis.
Yeah, the moment that happened, they're like, you know what?
Be like that, man.
Is he even a Gemini? Hold on.
Yeah, dude.
No, I was referencing Gemini Man.
I know, but is Will Smith himself a Gemini?
Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Well, I just need to know. ADHD hitting hard.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're feeling pretty Gemini yourself there, Sean. You ready? You want to get outcasted?
Ooh. Them's fighting words.
I don't even know what that means.
I myself am Aquarius, so of course that makes it.
I don't.
It makes everything.
All these
okay
words mean nothing to me.
Yeah, all right, you go to the aquarium, and now you made it your whole personality.
Yeah, I go to the aquarium, and I make it my whole personality. I like the schoolmaster snapper. It's a good fish. If there was ever a Zodiac that was hated or not liked, Gemini was never that star sign. I grew up with kids in my class hating Pisces because they refused to be related to a fish, or Cancer because of the crab.
What?
Gemini was in the summer months, and the constellation, in my opinion, was beautiful. Not to these guys.
Dude, you say Cancer, I'm like, yo, I don't like Cancers because they don't want to relate to tumors.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah,
that's
it's
where
the
I thought they were
crabs.
going with this too.
But no,
I
it's
thought
crabs.
that, I'm like, oh my god, they are not. I was like, oh, the crab. All right,
the crab,
oh,
dude.
thank God.
Okay, but not these guys. They didn't agree that it was beautiful. Starting my freshman year, I started to realize how badly the Gemini students were being treated, with the guys getting the worst of it. Being a late admission, I was new, along with another kid who appeared to be the joker of the class at first. He was friendly enough, introducing himself with a grin. We were asked, never trust anybody who grins, sorry. We were asked for our star signs as an icebreaker, or what I thought was an icebreaker, and he shrugged with a small smile. I think I'm a Gemini. He sounded unsure of himself, leaning back in his chair. Yeah, I was born on June 10th. I'm a Gemini. I expected that to be the end of it, but I noticed a sudden shift in the air, like the guy had just announced he had murdered his whole family. The girl sitting next to him inched away slowly, dragging her laptop with her, while the rest of the class seemed to collectively let out a breath before twisting to the back of the class. It was almost a robotic movement, their heads snapping around, eyes narrowing. I didn't even see them. The four students in the shadows, heads bowed over their MacBooks. The professor's expression seemed to crumble. His eyes were darkening significantly. I think, he spoke in a sharp breath before seemingly collecting himself. I think you should join your friends at the back, he said coldly. Until then, the professor had stapled himself as a cool teacher. The man in his early 40s, biff that accent, sporting a long trench coat over jeans and a t-shirt. Very chic, especially with his Scottish accent. Now it was like looking at a different person. He took slow steps back across the stage, almost stumbling. I could mistake his expression for fear.
Fear.
I said, the professor's voice broke around the words and something ice cold wriggled its way down my spine. I think you should join your friends!
Oh my god.
The Gemini kid seemed baffled and a little hurt. The air was thick, every eye burning into him. I feel like they were looking at me too. The professor's eyes were wide, lips curled like he might say something, but he just shook his head, seemingly gathered himself. I'm confused, the kid laughed nervously, almost jumping out of his chair when a girl behind him kicked his bag across the floor. He sent her a questioning look. Is this some kind of joke? No! The professor wasn't even looking at him. But the boy tried to laugh. It's just a star sign, right? I will not ask it again, the professor said stiffly. He didn't move, as if doing so would mean being closer to the boy. He folded his arms across his chest. If you do not move to your designated seat right now, you're out of my class.
Oh my god.
Oh, I locked myself into these accents, fellas.
This feels too real.
Yeah. No, it legitimately, it feels like what they do at Harvard. To my surprise.
Why there?
Well, because that's where the
I'll just
vampires
accept
go. The vampires go to Harvard. To my surprise, the boy got up and moved to the back, ignoring the students cringing away from him. He didn't speak again, sticking to his assigned group. I noticed everyone else had been separated into their zodiac signs. Leos were at the front with the Sagittarius and Libra surrounding them. The other star signs... Yeah, let's go! No, the other star signs were harder to make out. I thought it was just that class who were taking the zodiacs a little too seriously. But no, this thing had spread across entire campus like a virus. Students didn't care about their grades or what careers they were going to get because the star signs on top of the social hierarchy had the faculty wrapped around their little finger. A Libra girl was found out she was no longer compatible with a Scorpio, and stopped talking to him completely.
What do you mean it just happened? You know their birthday.
Yeah.
That doesn't change.
Yeah.
That doesn't change from week 1 to week 2. What do you mean?
No, that's fair. Well, maybe she was in, or maybe her moons were aligned differently or whatever.
I don't. That's too much math.
Yeah,
too much math.
Moons, yeah, man, the moons.
Too much math.
Whatever.
Stars,
yeah.
you dipshit.
Yeah, the
That's what that one guy
constellations,
from
of course.
Resident Evil says.
Stars. The entire campus had gone crazy, including the faculty. It was only certain star signs who were allowed extra credit and invited into exclusive clubs, while the rest of us were left in the dust. And Geminis were either treated like dirt or feared, like they were carrying a contagious disease. It was like going back to middle school. In the 6th grade, I was proud of my star sign. I like to think I had a secret twin after learning about the story behind the constellation. Castor and Pollux, twin brothers transformed into a Gemini. I used to draw the twins on the back of my hands, daydreaming up my very own. Mina Lucas, a Pisces, called me a two-faced bitch because Gemini had 2 faces, so I called her an ugly fish. This was middle school, though. Okay, so not Harvard either. It is normal for kids to build personalities around star signs. College students, however, are grown adults. Oh, maybe this is what? It was fine to base a crush around a star sign or compatibility, but your whole life, your social circle and education, it was bad enough that my classmates were brainwashed by stars, but the professors too? It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense that my roommate had a mental breakdown the night before because she didn't have anything blue to wear. According to her star sign, she had to wear blue to have a good day. Geminis were either mercilessly bullied by students and professors alike, or treated like they were invisible. I have noticed over the last few days disgust had turned to fear. Instead of bullying Geminis, other students steered clear of them. I saw it contorted on every face, wary of the Gemini sitting near them, and presently I saw it on my dean's face. She was scared of me. The woman may have seemed in control, but I noticed her finger anxiously tapping on her coffee mug, her gaze flashing to and from the clock on the wall. She was waiting for something, her demeanor tense, eyebrows furrowed. Every passing minute seemed to unnerve her even more. A mistake? She repeated my words, her tone dripping with sarcasm. Yes. I didn't look her in the eye, swiping my clammy hands on my jeans. What was I supposed to say? I didn't want to associate myself with what I thought was a trend, a TikTok thing that would fizzle out like everything else, but I was staring down a handwritten letter. Yeah, I know, right? Boomer.
One of them Tic Tacs.
Boomer wrote this. But I was staring down at a handwritten letter crumpled between my fists of an anonymous tattletale calling out my real star sign. The crossed O's stood out. Who wrote like that? Whoops. I had been hiding under the facade of being a Sagittarius, since Sagittarius and Leo seemed to be the it signs. They stood on some pedestal, ruling over campus like some messed up clique. The letter was like a slap in the face. I had half a mind to tear it to pieces. I stared down at it, my eyes stinging. The letter told me I didn't belong here. It told me that because the brainwashed hive mind on campus had decided to collectively despise the star sign I was born under, I was something to be feared like an animal. Who sent it? I managed to get out. I squeezed the paper between my fists. Dearest Dean, this is the letter now. Dearest Dean, the passive-aggressive tone made my blood boil. I would like you to know of a traitor amongst you. Yo, Amogus?
Among Us.
A Sagittarius by the name of Oliver, who is in fact a Gemini smiley face emoji. I am so sorry for ruining your day, frowny face emoji. Signed, Anon. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. When I looked up, the dean's glare was pinpointed directly in the middle of my forehead. If looks could kill. I don't know what to say, I squeezed out. She hummed. Well, you can start by explaining yourself? She had to be kidding, right? No. When I looked her dead in the eye, this woman was being serious. Miss Oliver, I am horrified that you would disguise yourself as a Sagittarius. She curled her lip. As one myself, I should have sensed that our energy was wrong, polluted with your presence, but I let down my guard. I slammed the letter down this time. The woman was certifiably insane. Who sent this? I said, this time harsher. This is none of your concern, the dean said. You lied, Miss Oliver. About my Zodiac sign, I sucked in a breath. It's really not a big deal. Her eyes darkened. As you will discover, Miss Oliver, it is extremely important that we know where every Gemini is. Her gaze flashed to her MacBook screen.
Her MacBook. Let's go.
Yeah. Especially when
the MacBook.
The MacBook.
Dude, I don't know why, but I'm imagining like the main character just like it'll say she's being told this is like bite my lips, swings my feet. Ooh,
Yeah. I did not do a great job with these voices, to be fair.
No, you did great. Shut up.
No, they're perfect. They're perfect. F- off.
Oh man.
This is like a combination of what I imagine a Tumblr NICCO would write. Like if you were on Tumblr, this is something I feel like you would write.
Yeah.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said.
No,
It
no, he's not wrong. Like this is like that's the type of thing I would write. Yep. Especially when certain measures have been put in place. Measures?
You're talking about.
I
You're
straightened
talking
in
about
my
inches or
seat.
yards.
Yeah. What kind of measures
Yeah.
they have? Inches or yards?
Yeah, we doing metric or what?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the metric system, dude. Her lip curled. You're a late arrival. It is your fault for not arriving on time. You're kidding. I found myself speaking through a scoff. I was done. It was one thing with students doing this, but grown adults, she was enabling the bullying, inciting a fear that shouldn't exist. It was like being on the playground, some stupid kid pronouncing that Geminis smelled, and the rest of the kids following along, forming a hive mind. But this was a 40-something-year-old. The dean couldn't justify it, and even if she tried, she would be declared insane. I leaned forward, testing the boundaries. I wasn't surprised when the dean lurched back. Was it a bad experience? Or was it a bad experience? She blinked. I don't understand. A bad experience you had, I repeated. With a Gemini? I could sense the words suffocating my mouth, eager to slip out. After weeks of feeling like I was back in the 6th grade, finally confronting the root of the problem. Felt good.
Don't touch him. He touched the cheese.
Oh my god. Platonic or maybe sexual? I inclined my head. Or maybe he or she ghosted you or maybe he or she ghosted you completely, so you've brainwashed a campus full of impressionable young students to punish people who cannot help being born between the months of May and June. I felt satisfaction when her expression twisted. Because that's all it is. You're all unhealthily obsessed with. I spoke through my teeth this time, the weeks of repressed anger bubbling over. They're just stars, I said. They don't mean anything to anyone except children. Miss Oliver? See? Tracing along the constellation mapped out on her desk, I prodded at each static light. To my confusion, it was the Gemini constellation, which was ironic. I stabbed at the 2 twin stars, Castor and Pollux, and then Alhena. I nodded to Orion, projected across the wall. Stars. They're just stars. Dead and dying planets. Or if you were religious, your long dead relatives. Whatever. I pointed at the map crinkled under her MacBook, and the dean once again flinched, her body angling its way away from me. She leaned away from me like I was contagious. One of the guards started forward, no doubt to grab me, but she shook her head, maintaining that professional, if not slightly strained smile. There is no need, the dean spoke up in a sharp breath, and the guards stepped back. Miss Oliver is understandably upset, she cleared her throat. Please vacate your current dorm and move into the old building across campus where we house Geminis without rooms. The dean stood before I could reply. I don't expect to see you in my office again. I grabbed my bag, getting to my feet. You're not throwing me out. Her lip twitched. We do not suspend Gemini students, Miss Oliver. But what if I want to leave? Her facial expression didn't answer. I'm afraid that is not possible. I nodded slowly, not completely registering her words. So you're saying I can't leave? She shook her head. I'm afraid not. I glanced at the guard behind me. Why can't I leave? because of the measurements in place.
What?
It was the guard's voice. The guard said, because of the measurements in place.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, well, dude, how much longer is this story, man? Oh, shit. This thing's pretty long. I didn't think this would take that long. I did, but I didn't think it would take that long. We'll take an intermission. Someone else want to read something else in the meantime, and then maybe we'll come back.
Did you not read the story? I skimmed it.
I read it. It was just it took me 5 minutes to read it by myself, but then not.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
how long has it been? 2 minutes. What?
Oh yeah.
I'm curious about what the other thing is that Sean has. That's on brand. I'm curious.
We'll come back to this and finish it or something. Or I'll
so
find
we
another
will come.
one.
We'll come back to Zodiac Princess of the Lunar Eclipse or whatever.
Yeah.
So again, another thing that's on brand for me. I'm not going to apologize for this, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy,
as you should.
This one might be it's a little more spooky-ish, but it's still on brand. It'll make sense. The year is 2005. It was an oddly warm fall morning. It wasn't wet.
Boo. The story sucks.
Already. Today was Saturday, meaning no school for me, but it's even more special than that. This is because my favorite show, Family Guy, had just been confirmed to return after 2 years.
Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
All right. I'll bite.
And the new episode was airing today. Massive events like this one happening in the evening makes it hard to get through the day. It even warped time and space, making it move in slow motion. In order to circumvent this, I hung out with my friends. We just did our usual activities like ride bikes, get food, and chill. We even decided to play some Ding Dong Ditch. It was always my favorite activity to do with my friends, and almost never got old.
It is Saturday. It is time for the missile to Ding Dong Ditch. It's his favorite activity.
Yeah, that's another thing that's on brand. We put up to this average yellow house with a blue roof and red door, a town over, and we were gonna strike. It was my turn to ring the doorbell, but something stopped me. The house looked familiar, so oddly familiar. My friends were
I know where this is going.
My friends were completely off the property. It was just me alone. I was frozen, lost in thought at what this house meant. Then I heard a woman's blood-curdling scream come from inside.
Oh no.
Coupled with a coupled with a dog barking and a baby crying.
Oh my god.
No.
I looked inside and saw a large man stabbing his orange-haired wife.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
This is when you put in that blood-curdling scream of Lois yelling Peter.
But then who was phone?
God damn it.
I hit the ding-dong accidentally and just dished, running at full speed, dusting my other friends. I ran all the way across town, and my friends followed me. Once we had gotten back, my friends were tearing me a new one, asking what the F just happened and why I ran for so long. I hadn't responded to them, so traumatized from what I saw. I just said I was scared and I had to go home. Once I arrived at my little apartment around 7, I had locked the door immediately. I was 14 at the time and was too scared to call the police. I don't know why he has an apartment at the age of 14, but congrats, dude. Proud of you. This was possibly the worst time to find out my parents were on a date. Okay, we're on a date and won't be home until after midnight. My brain couldn't reconcile with what I had just witnessed, and I was still in shock. After a couple hours, I was able to calm down. Mom always told me when life gives you lemons to make lemonade. So I had realized that this eventful day had actually made time move fast, and the episode was to air in 10 minutes.
He's gonna look at the TV and she's gonna be dead.
Oh, gosh. Surprised, I'd gathered all my things quickly and settled down, ready for the episode. The second it started, the power went out of my place. I had screamed in my mind, but then proceeded to get up and figure out the problem. Before I had gotten out of my chair, the power came back on, but only for the TV. It was static for a couple minutes, then displayed Family Guy, the lost episode.
Oh my god.
In the typical Family Guy font over static. It made me think the static was intentional, but I dismissed that thought and kept watching. There was a timer displayed at the top right corner, and once the episode began, it started to count down from 7 minutes and 53 seconds. And below it in a box it said, "Till death." I thought it was a joke about the show's cancellation. Other than that, it was just a normal episode with cutaway gags, a funny plot line. But then at around 4 minutes, things started to change. At this point in the episode, Peter had been fired from the toy factory because of his shenanigans. When the episode cut to him at his house, there was something different about it. The colors were blurred and the music was replaced with complete and utter silence. It now shows the family on the chair. Everyone is normal, but Peter has a horrifying expression on his face looking directly at the camera. No one else in the show seems to notice, and it frightens me a little. Everyone else in the family just banters on as usual, but Peter is stuck there with the expression on his face. Then at the 2 minutes and 15-second mark, Peter gets up and goes to the kitchen with a large knife. Everything in the show was animated at a decent quality, but this knife was almost lifelike and stuck out like a high-quality sore thumb. The screen cut...
Wait, that's some good phrasing right there. I wrote a story one time where I said it fit like a poorly fitting glove.
What the
And that reminded
so
me
good.
of that.
If the glove don't fit,
Oh, you,
don't do it.
I know, I don't know.
you gotta quit.
Gosh. The screen cut to black, and I heard the horrifying scream of Meg and Chris. The screen returned. Peter, with the same expression on his face, butchered them. Lois is trembling, trying to hide in the corner. I don't know what happened, but Brian and Stewie were reduced to just being a baby and a dog, barking and crying. Then Peter had grabbed her and proceeded to butcher her all the same. I was so f***ing scared at this point. I didn't want to move a muscle. But then in the show I heard something. Someone had rung the doorbell.
Ah!
And you could hear footsteps from outside the house. Peter bolted towards the door, opening it, and I will never forget what I saw. It was me running away.
It was me.
It was me all along.
Wait.
The time...
Oh, I hope by the end of this, Peter's at the apartment door. Tell me Peter's at the apartment door.
The timer at this point had 1 minute left. I was scared shitless and tried to turn the TV off, but it wouldn't work. I was frozen, horrified at what I had seen. Then the show went black for 20 seconds and showed Peter climbing up the stairs to some apartment. When the camera panned over, I realized it was mine. The timer had 20 seconds at this point. I heard a very loud knocking on my door, and I was scared shitless. That's the second time you said that in like 2 sentences. I got out of my chair and tried to hide underneath the couch. The door busts open. From my vantage point, I could only see green pant legs and brown shoes. I couldn't afford to breathe. At this point, I assumed the timer had reached 10 seconds because it started to hear sharp and eerie tick-tock noises. The man in my home was walking around looking for me. I saw blood drip off him onto the floor. His breath was so heavy and labored. I counted 3 ticks, meaning I had 7 seconds left. He then approached the couch and lifted it. I curled up and screamed at the top of my lungs. 2 ticks left. My life had flashed before my eyes. I remembered everything. The day I was born, every birthday, first day of school. It all come back to me. I was frozen. And the second to last tick went off. I heard the words, "Are you alright, son?" I looked up, still panicked. And it was my dad in green pants and brown shoes eating a slice of pizza.
Oh, off.
Somehow everything was normal. The TV was playing a generic episode of Family Guy. My parents came home early due to the fact that the movie sucked. I don't know what the hell just happened. I was on the couch now, not saying a single word, just staring off into empty space. My mom then turns off the TV and says, "I told you not to walk that show. You're too young." My mom brought me upstairs to put me into bed. I had been so and frozen still, scared shitless at what I had just felt. My mom wishes me good night and closes the bedroom door. I convinced myself it was just a dream and was heading off to slumber. However, right before I fell asleep, I heard the last tick. The end.
Oh my god, incredible. But then who was
Wait a
phone?
minute.
Um
Wait a minute. Now you gotta put this into perspective.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be told in the main character's POV, right?
Yeah.
But he dies in the end.
Yeah. It's his ghost.
Oh my god, dude.
He's a ghostwriter. That's
my god.
That was bad.
I was
I like the
honestly
idea.
hoping the
Yeah.
last thing I heard was the subtle laugh, but it sounded very familiar.
Yeah, oh my
Yeah.
god, dude.
I told you that. I thought that was a fun one.
It's like,
Oh
I
my
like
god.
the idea that this man covered in blood ran all the way across town.
Yeah.
and no one said anything
no
or reported him.
No one got
I mean,
him.
that is Peter Griffin
Yeah,
shenanigans,
that's
let's be
something that would
honest.
happen, yeah, Family Guy.
No, he took the Peter copter. That's what happened.
Oh, the Peter Copter, of course.
He was actually being hunted down because he trespassed into Pretoria.
Oh, true.
Ah, God.
I do just want to summarize the ending of that last story that I read some of that I didn't realize
Okay.
how long it was. So basically, spoiler alert for that story. If you want to read it, we will put the Reddit link in the show notes. But basically, the Geminis become zombies at the whim of like the star system Gemini that is then implied to be a living being. And the girl, like the main character, kills and eats her best friend and like blacks out while doing it.
You mean the Gemini constellation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They-
like 8 different star systems?
Yeah, it is then implied to be a living organism.
All
Jesus.
those 11 stars I just recounted.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was gonna say, Trav. I think you're playing too much Starfield.
Yeah,
I am. That's why
like-
that came to my
I
mind.
didn't want to.
Trav just immediately puts on Starfield like, "Where's Gemini?"
I didn't want to leave our listeners high and dry, but I also do not want to finish that story.
All of those, the Castor star, the Pollux star, the Wasat star, all of those,
Yeah.
one giant organism up there.
Apparently,
Gosh, I will give that. I will give whoever made that credit because that's actually like so oddly real.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
I
that's
feel
a
like
good-
that
it
would
was a good-
happen.
That's like a good ending.
Like at some, even out of college, I feel like that's gonna happen at some
Yeah.
point in time.
No, I definitely.
I
that
also
story
want
is
to
worth
point
a
out,
read.
totally unrelated, that if you
Okay.
scrub through this podcast from left to right, if you're watching this visually on YouTube, you could see the sun going down in my background in
Yeah.
real time.
Yeah.
that's actually cool. That's
No,
cool
that's
as
rad.
shit.
It's dark in
I
my
like.
room now.
I used to do that, dude. I used to keep my like window open. That's like right behind my camera, and it would like the sun would set as we would like do the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so here's what I'm thinking.
Okay, you thinking?
We
Glad
do.
you're thinking.
I'm thinking we do some of these like little funny ones that I put in the Discord, and we can just all read those because I put the spoiler
Oh, yeah, I
tags
could read
around
some
them.
of these.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, I didn't read
Oh,
this.
okay.
Give Trav some something to read.
Would you like me to start us off?
Yes, but
Yes.
then Elliot will do one more, and that'll be the last of it, The Last of Us.
The
One
last.
more.
Yeah,
All right. How many
I'm
of
ready.
these am I reading?
just
Oh,
start.
2 sentence horror stories. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with one. We'll go around like the circle, and then
All
just
right.
read them.
all right.
The pizza boy finally made it to my house, but the pizza was a knife.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. I love it.
Sean, you do the next one.
Man, I love being a vampire, I said. I said Garlic Man. So stupid. Oh my god.
I love these, dude. Like these are my favorite ones.
Oh my
When,
god!
like someone's like,
I
man,
haven't-
I really was enjoying living today, and then it's just like, hi, said kill guy.
Oh my god, just Garlic Man.
I said
Garlic
garlic man.
Man.
Elliot,
I haven't
the
read
next
any
one.
of
Elliot, read
these.
the
All right.
next one.
No, I know who Garlic Man is. It's Wario.
Oh no,
Oh my-
dude!
Yeah, he would kill me. Unapologetically.
Wait, what the fuck? I just read this in my head. What the fuck? I was kissing the dog on the lips like normal. You don't even need to go on.
Like normal.
I was kissing the dog on the lips like normal.
Like
when I
normal.
remembered the chocolate mousse I had eaten just 30 minutes prior. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
I liked that one because it had a really good hook. And then,
The whole thing.
they give you two and they give you two, but they don't.
It was
You
like-
got to add up to 4 yourself in that one.
It's
It's
like,
really well
I was
written in
kissing
that
the dog.
regard.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm kissing the dog on the lips like normal.
Normal.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
I'm tired of hogs, I said. You stinky, said Mr. Hog.
Preach.
What is that even? Okay.
This one
I
was
was
you
walking peacefully on the streets at night.
Yep.
Little did I know that the next victim of the ball tickler. Wait, I would be the next victim of the ball tickler. Parentheses. My balls were never found again after the incident. And then it's a sobbing emoji followed by 3 ghosts and someone running.
it's a sobbing
two white
emoji,
balls
two
with an
white
open
balls
hand.
in a
Oh!
Yeah.
The white balls, I missed it. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my shit.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Sean, would you
All
care
right,
to
Sean,
share?
you
all
get
right.
this one.
I wasn't scared until I was. What?
Oh my god.
Until
shit.
what? Oh my god.
Okay. I sure do love sleeping in my bed. I said to myself. Then the boogeyman came to my window and said, "F you." That's such a weird payoff.
It's right up there with you, stinky, said Mr. Hog.
Isn't the boogeyman supposed to be in your house though?
No, he just came to the window in this one. Reading that one was the one that gave me the inspiration to read the plug this week like a creepypasta.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, Nico,
Oh,
read
yeah.
that last one, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Honey, I'm home. Wait a minute. This isn't the front door to my house. It's actually a steep cliff, and now I'm gonna
Oh my god.
Oh
now these are
shit!
creepy spaghetti.
These are
These are some.
stupid.
Oh,
These are some terrifying tortellinis.
yeah, dude. Those were all sourced from r/.
2-sentence horror movie.
Yeah, it was like
thing, yeah.
it was like bad 2-sentence horrors is the subreddit.
They're so good.
Yeah. Oh, dude, these are
Just the dog one is just stuck in my head. Like for the entire time, like this entire podcast has been going on, I just keep imagining Banjo in the cuck chair, and now the dog has taken over,
I was kissing my dog on the lips like normal.
and Banjo's in the cuck chair watching.
Oh my God.
I felt hot, so I decided to open a window. Oh yeah, I'm on a plane.
Oh no! But then who was phone?
God. God.
Oh fuck!
I love those, dude. The ones that are like, but then who was phone?
Yeah.
Here's I was playing. Let's see what the punchline is for this one. I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Then I saw Micah. Okay, that was not a good payoff. No, I like my
I
pre-vetted
hate
ones
Micah.
better. Pre-vetted ones
Yeah,
are
no.
better.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hogs, I said. You stinky, said Mr. Hog. Oh, man.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, so
Holy shit!
those were incredible. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
So Ellie, you want to bring us home with one more?
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it home with a classic.
Incredible.
All right, Cat in the Hat Part 2.
Yeah.
So
Michael, okay.
this is a
Right.
classic creepypasta called Dead Bart.
Oh.
We go from one Fox show to another. Let's go.
Let's go.
You know how Fox has a weird way of counting Simpsons episodes? They refuse to count a couple of them, making the amount of episodes inconsistent. The reason for this is a lost episode from season 1. Finding details about this missing episode is difficult. No one who was working on the show at the time likes to talk about it. From what has been pieced together, the lost episode was written entirely by Matt Groening, which I always pronounce it as Groening, honestly.
So have I.
And it's like, no, you stupid, it's Groening. During production of the first season, Matt started to act strangely. He was very quiet, seemed nervous and morbid. Mentioning this to anyone who was present results in them getting very angry and forbidding you to ever mention it to Matt.
Okay.
I first heard of it at an event where David Silverman was speaking. Someone in the crowd asked about the episode, and Silverman simply left the stage, ending the presentation hours early. The episode's production number was 7G06. The title was Dead Bart. The episode labeled 7G06, Moaning Lisa, was made later and given Dead Bart's production code to hide the latter's existence. In addition to getting angry, asking anyone who was on the show about this will cause them to do everything they can to stop you from directly communicating with Matt Groening. At a fan event, I managed to follow him after he spoke to the crowd, and eventually had a chance to talk to him alone as he was leaving the building. He didn't seem upset that I had followed him, probably expecting a typical encounter with an obsessive fan. When I mentioned the lost episode, though, all color drained from his face and he started trembling. When I asked him if he could tell me any details, he sounded like he was on the verge of tears. He grabbed a piece of paper, wrote something on it, and handed it to me. He begged me to never mention the episode again. Oh, fuck me.
I mean, okay.
Yeah, when and where, dude?
The piece of paper had a website address on it. I would rather not say what it was for reasons you'll see in a second. I entered the address into my browser, and I came to a site that was completely black, except for a line of yellow text, a download link. I clicked on it, and the file started downloading. Once the file was downloaded, my computer went crazy. It was the worst virus I had ever seen. System restore didn't work, the entire computer had to be rebooted, and I deleted System 32.
Oh no! Oh no! I like the idea that that's where the story ends. You're just it's like, oh no, I've bricked my computer.
I can't finish the story.
Before doing this, though, I copied the file onto a CD. I tried to open it on my now empty computer, and as I suspected, there was an episode of The Simpsons on it. Wow. The episode started off like any other episode, but had very poor quality animation, just like all of season 1.
Oh no. Dude, they're throwing shade right there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just said that.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought that was in the story. I thought that was the person throwing shade on The Simpsons for no reason.
I love that.
If you've seen the original animation for Some Enchanted Evening, it was similar, but less stable. The first act was fairly normal, but the way the characters acted was a little off. Homer seemed angrier, Marge seemed depressed, Lisa seemed anxious, Bart seemed to have a genuine anger and hatred for his parents. The episode was about the Simpsons going on a plane trip near the end of the first act. The plane was taking off. Bart was fooling around, as you'd expect. However, as the plane was about 50 feet off the ground, Bart broke a window on the plane and was sucked out.
F.
Ugh, Jesus.
Pay respects.
At the beginning of the series, Matt had an idea that the animated style of the Simpsons world represented life, and that death turned things more realistic. This was used in this episode. The picture of Bart's corpse was barely recognizable. They took full advantage of it not having to move and made an almost photorealistic drawing of his dead body. Act 1 ended with the shot of Bart's corpse. When Act 2 started, Homer, Marge, and Lisa were sitting at their table crying. The crying went on, and it got more pained and sounded more realistic. Better acting than you would think possible, especially for season 1. The animation started to decay even more as they cried, and you could hear murmuring in the background. The characters could barely be made out. They were stretching and blurring. They looked like deformed shadows with random bright colors thrown on them.
Heartless.
Maybe Mr. Cry showed up to the Simpsons.
It's just heartless. This is just Kingdom Hearts
You're
now.
stinky.
Can you tell me about this episode that happened? No, you stinky.
You stinky.
You stinky.
Oh my gosh.
There were faces looking in the window, flashing in and out, so you were never sure what they'd look like. This crying went on for all of Act 2. Act 3 opened with a title card saying 1 year had passed. Homer, Marge, and Lisa were skeletally thin and still sitting at the table. There was no signs of Maggie or the pets. They decided to visit Bart's grave. Springfield was completely deserted, and as they walked to the cemetery, the houses became more and more decrepit. They all looked abandoned. When they got to the grave, Bart's body was just lying in front of his tombstone, looking like it did at the end of Act 1. The family started crying again. Eventually, they stopped and just stared at Bart's body. The camera zoomed in on Homer's face. According to summaries, Homer tells a joke at this part, but it isn't audible in the version I saw. You can't tell what Homer's saying. The view zoomed out as the episode came to a close. The tombstones in the background had the names of every Simpsons guest star on them. Some that no one had heard of in 1989. Some that haven't even been on the show yet. All of them had death dates on them. For guess who died since, like Michael Jackson and George Harrison, the dates were when they would die. The credits were completely silent and seemed handwritten. The final image was the Simpson family on their couch, like in the intros, but all drawn in hyper-realistic, lifeless style of Bart's corpse. A thought occurred to me after seeing the episode for the first time. You could try to use the tombstones to predict the death of living Simpsons guest stars, but there's something odd about most of the ones who haven't died yet. All of their deaths are listed as the same date. Simpsons tells the future again. Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
I like the idea that the Simpsons is the Death Note.
Yeah.
yeah. Sean.
Like, as the episode ends on that very gloomy note.
Man, this is worse than the time I got the Death Note.
I love that.
It's such a good.
I was so happy I found that.
And it's in like 480p. Also, it makes it better.
It's
like
so crispy, dude. It's so crispy. It is over.
I don't even know the words.
Shit.
It's
Like the
deep
first time,
fried.
it just it sounded like gibberish.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Wow, what a classic creepypasta. So actually,
Very classic.
we are going to do a Patreon question of the week this week because I found a good one.
Okay.
So, we have this. So if you would like to become the Patreon question of the week, like we said earlier, hit us up, patreon.com/Crub, where you can ask these.
Why are you saying this in a Bill Clinton accent?
Let's go to patreon.com/Crub, man.
Oh, is there any Bill Clinton creepypasta? Hold on.
Bill Clinton creepypasta. That's a good question. See if you can find one in the next couple minutes. But so here's the question. This question comes from our good friend Chef Kilo. And
Hey,
Chef
Kilo.
Kilo says, would you eat a burger with no honey mustard?
I don't
Yes.
care for honey mustard on my burgers, so yes.
I just don't like honey
Yeah, I think
mustard. So yeah.
I'm also a yes there with the caveat that I do prefer honey mustard to normal mustard.
Caviar.
I don't like regular mustard, but a honey mustard I would more readily eat than like a Dijon.
So I'm not gonna lie. I started reading about like Dick Cheney and Bill Clinton creepypasta. What was the question again?
Would you eat a burger with no honey mustard?
Yeah. I prefer honey mustard on like chicken and stuff like that.
That is true. Honey
Yeah.
mustard is better for chicken. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I just don't like any form of mustard. So
Yeah, I
Is
also
it that
don't.
like an
I'm also
aromatic
not.
flavor you get in like your sinuses?
aromatic is like it's the aromatics and like this. I feel like it's that case where it's like you eat it, you taste what you smell.
Yeah.
You eat it, you
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, dude, I mean, it is.
Yes.
It literally, dude. It's the mustard flavor. It's the mustard seed.
Yeah.
Like it is
You
that flavor that I don't like.
can have too much mustard, Like
Mhm.
mustard's very strong.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
you like
Pungent.
douse it with that thing, you
Right.
bite it once and it just ruins the whole thing.
Yeah. Whereas ketchup is like just like sugar and stuff like that. Sugar and tangy.
It's tomato.
Yeah.
Like it's more sweet and savory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit,
kidding.
zippers.
Let's
Zippers.
go. For our audio listeners, Travis holding his cat up
I
on
just-
camera.
I just love how the cat immediately just puts his leg up, like,
Okay, I'm gonna kind of piggyback on that question real quick.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
So
ready.
part one of the question: do you guys like corn dogs?
I love corn
I'm not a hot dog guy, but I would eat a corn dog as
Bro, I love
compared to
corn
a
dogs.
normal hot dog.
If they're plain, a corn dog plain.
plain.
Okay,
Yeah, plain.
so all right, so Sean, you then you won't have to answer this question.
We already went through this. Whenever you want it, let's go.
I also prefer it plain, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I was gonna say like, would like if you were to like, what would be your all right? So what would be your preferred condiment or like topping or dip for a corn dog? Then
Okay.
if you were
Whiskey.
to add one
Dip,
to it.
it'd have to be
Whiskey.
ketchup, but it'd be dip because I like
You.
the temperature contrast. I like the temperature
whiskey.
contrast.
Whiskey, like
Yeah,
just straight up whiskey.
Just
Yeah, you
whiskey.
put
Why are you
glizzy-
dipping
you
a
glizzy-
corn dog in whiskey?
Because you get a straw. It's a glizzy whiskey.
You heard it here first, folks.
Bro,
Can't compete with that.
you're just literally having simplified whiskey dick. Like,
That's fine. Ain't no problem.
I mean, I
Ain't no
do
problem
like
having a
a,
glizzy. I'm good.
I do like a glizzy that gets you drunk as you eat
Yeah.
it.
like,
Oh,
because
it's all soaked up in the like bread too. Just like mush at that point.
you don't even the corn dog. You just suck the whiskey out of the breading.
I don't
Yeah, you just like
bread
put
pudding.
it. God, you just put it above your face and just
like-
like rinse it out
I'll
like
wring
it's a
it
towel.
out. Ugh.
That's what I do with the homies.
Because like here's the thing with me and corn dogs. The
Okay, I'm
one
ready.
thing I'm always gonna have with my corn dogs is maple syrup. I
Yeah.
just dip it in maple syrup.
Honestly,
I might have to try that actually. That doesn't
It's
sound
really
bad.
good.
That
You
Okay.
get some
doesn't sound
sweet with
bad.
the maple syrup, but you get some savory from the glizzy.
you are onto something.
Like my immediate gut reaction is I'm gonna throw up, but
No, but-
actually,
No,
But,
it,
Trav,
that,
have
that
you-
might be a good combo.
have you ever had a McGriddle?
yes.
Because it's giving McGriddle. It's giving McGriddle.
Yeah,
Little bit.
like think of it as a big griddle, but with a glizzy.
Well, it'd be a McGriddle with like a pork roll. You know, like pork
Yeah.
roll McGriddle. It'd be sick. No, I feel like that's like a good way to eat a corn dog.
Like just
Yeah.
just like try it, as your life is gonna fucking change.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm already invested in this. I need to
No,
try this now.
I have to.
I have a frozen. I have 2 left in my freezer. I'm gonna try this tomorrow.
Do you guys eat?
Bet.
Do you guys eat Scrapple? I forget about Trav and Sean.
You
Elliot, do
made me
eat
eat Scrapple.
My mom
I threw
eats
up.
Scrapple. My mom, like, literally just she can eat Scrapple and just not worry about
Yeah,
it.
me too, dude. I love Scrapple,
What do you
man. It's so
What
good.
the f- is wrong with you?
I like, and I'm
Not
a
for
picky
me.
eater too. Like I'm not even like it's not like I'm out here like liking a bunch of foods. I just really like Scrapple. It's like a hash brown with more protein.
Scrapple was just like a homemade hot dog when you think about
Yeah,
it.
if you
It's a
really think
deconstructed
about-
hot dog.
Deconstructed.
Yeah.
No,
Like-
yeah. Where's the lie? Where's the comedy?
It's like I can't do that, bro. Like I don't get how you could just eat it normally and act like nothing's wrong.
Dude, I love
Is
it.
there a Scrapple creepypasta? Let me
Oh,
look that up.
Scrapple creepypasta. Well,
Oh my
we're
God.
at an hour and a half, so I think we are good to actually
know.
close it out. But that said, Elliot, we'd love to have you back on at some point and actually give you a bit of an interview. I maybe biffed that part of this, but you know, tell the people, where can they find you?
Well, I'm not really uploading on my main channel as much, but you can find me on Twitch at At _haunted arcade. I stream on Mondays, Fridays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Perfect. The Crubcast is up on Tuesdays, so that's great. Yeah.
You can also find me editing Trav's videos and shit.
Oh yeah, baby.
He's my editor.
Yeah.
I am his editor. Yes.
Reveal.
Oh, yeah.
Inside baseball for those folks at home.
But
No.
you could try and find me where I live, but then I had to call the cops.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Trav knows where I live.
Oh man, but yeah, dude. So
Nope.
be sure tune in to Elliot at his Twitch channel. That'll also be in the show notes as well. Trav and Sean, you guys got anything to plug? I don't think so, right? Trav, you have a new video out recently.
I got a new video. Doom.
Sure is, dude.
I got something to plug.
Yeah.
Trav's butthole.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
I have two things to plug. Probably by the time this comes out, Sly
Well,
Cooper
hold
will
on.
be out for my channel.
Hold on there, dude. Are they done?
Oh wait.
Are they actually coming
God.
out?
But yeah, are they done? Because if they're not, then shut
No,
up.
I'm serious. Yeah.
I know. But also the second thing I want to plug, the other thing I'm going to plug is, I didn't ask to be bored. My daughter screamed at me.
Oh my god!
I didn't reply. I just grabbed the box of condoms and set the time machine for December 19th, 2008.
Oh yeah, wait. No, I did see that one when I was on there one time.
It's so stupid.
Like, that
You
was
just
so
go.
funny.
You just,
Like,
you just
What the? F-
he went,
yeah.
he like because
He
the
went back to give himself condoms.
yeah, it was. I poorly described that one on a Crubcast once.
So stupid.
Oh, dude, yeah, that one's so good. I love the bad 2-sentence horrors, dude. But
Oh,
yeah,
so
I
good.
got to visit that page now
Oh,
because it sounds amazing.
it's great. Reddit.com/r/bad 2-sentence horrors.
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah, and so with that, fellas,
Oh yeah.
for Crub, this has been Trav, Sean, Elliot, and myself, Buckets, and we will see you on the next one. Have
In
a happy Halloween. We'll see you in court. Yeah, it's scary. That's scarier than anything else we said today. See you later.